Need realistic rock molds for your scenery but don't want to buy them? Not a problem. In this video I'll show you how to make your own using silicone sealant, which you can buy at any hardware store. All you'll need are some rocks with nice detail. You can find them by walking with your head down and paying attention when you're outside. After collecting some good rocks, I wash them in the sink and let them dry. Then I pick out a few ones with the best detail to start with. But if it's your first, maybe don't try to make a mold using your best rocks and use a more ugly one for practice. I spray them with cooking spray and simply start applying the silicone on the nice detailed area on the rock. To make sure I capture all the detail, I dip my fingers in some soapy water so it won't stick to me, and press the silicone into the fine detail, smoothing it out as I go. When you're done, it should look something like this. You can also add a little extra silicone around the edge to make the mold less likely to tear. Before making a whole batch, I recommend doing 1 or 2 as a test to see how easily they release. I actually struggled quite a bit to remove some of these molds from the rocks, and I was a bit frustrated. My hands kept cramping because it was so hard to remove. And the silicone took like 3 days to fully dry, and I didn't want this video to take forever to make. Anyway, for the next batch of molds, I made sure the rocks were soaked in the cooking spray. Then I simply repeated the whole process. And after letting it dry for 2 days, I really wanted to see if it worked, but I didn't want to ruin it again. Here's the thing, if the silicone isn't fully cured inside and you try to release it, you disturb the wet silicone. It can touch the rock again and stick, because the cooking spray doesn't work once the silicone moves around. So while waiting for them to fully dry, I made a bit of a flat base to stand upright. It will just make the molds a bit easier to use. The next day I removed the molds and they released much easier. So just make sure to spray the rocks properly without missing any areas, and it should work just fine. Before you try to release the mold, feel for any soft or squishy spots. If you don't feel any, it's safe to release. But if you feel soft spots, it's not fully cured yet, and you should give it some more time to cure. Then mix your plaster of Paris and have fun casting your rocks. Once you're done, just quickly rinse them out with some tap water and they should last for a very long time. I made a lot of these molds about 5 years ago and they are still in great condition. There are many methods to make rock molds. I'm not saying this is the best one, but I don't think there's a method that's easier, cheaper and more accessible. Let me know if you have any questions or ideas. Anyway, I hope the video was helpful, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.